Okay. All right, so we back for part two of Hot Talk Radio. We are speaking with Miss Yolanda Cooper-Sutton, who is running for Super District 8, correct?
Correct.
Yes, Super District 8. All right, now, tell us some of the areas, or tell us all of the areas that you will be covering under Super District 8.
Under Super District 8, it covers, I'll tell you, it covers Whitehaven, Westwood, Smoky City, Castalia, New Chicago, Raleigh, Fraser, Oak Haven, Hickory Hill, Parkway Village, Downtown, Midtown, Harbortown, Glenview, Uptown, Boxtown.
Wow. You know,
yes,
that's a lot.
That's a lot. Super District 8 is huge.
That's a lot. And it's a little bit of everywhere.
It's everywhere. It is. It's everywhere, and it's huge.
So this is a tall task. This is a major responsibility. It is. It's a major responsibility. Now you say you moved to Memphis in 26 years ago, right?
26 years ago, yes.
What area did you move to first?
Hickory Hill, because that's where we were told to go.
Right. And then you had the incident with the car.
And I had the incident. I lived in Hickory Hill. And then I worked in Whitehaven. That was really, I lived in Hickory Hill, but I worked in Whitehaven. So I drove from Hickory Hill to Whitehaven every day to work. Yes. And I loved Whitehaven when I came over here. You know, I was like, I like it over here. I really do. But it was Hickory Hill, and my car got stolen in Hickory Hill, Marina Cove apartment. And I said I had got carjacked. My husband was like, Yolanda, no one has carjacked you. I said, well, I don't know the difference. My car goes. I just know my car goes.
I know that's right. And that's one thing I will say about Memphis is that the crime is diverse. It is diverse. It seems like it's more diverse now. You know what I mean? It'll hit you somewhere, anywhere. You can be a barley, you can be downtown. Right now, it don't matter.
That's right. Right now, no one is exempt from this.
It isn't.
No one is exempt.
Anyone can be touched. Absolutely.
Anyone. And these juveniles are anyone. No one is exempt.
That's true. That is true.
No one.
That's true. And you know what?
Orange Mound. Orange Mound. Don't let me forget Orange Mound.
So we in there too with you.
Yes. Orange Mound.
You know, I like to watch out for the mound. Of course, have to watch out for the mound.
For the mound.
There's the place that made me. And you know what? The thing about Orange Mound is, you know, it's a historic area as well.
Yes.
Yes. Some say the first, some say the second first Black operated and run town. I really don't want to call it a town. It's really more of a community. But to me, it's a town. You know what I mean? To me, it's a town. You know, it's like Orange Mound is really in the heart of Memphis. You know what I mean?
It's in the heart of Memphis. It is.
It is in the heart of Memphis. And to me, I feel like by just natural design from God, like there is a reason why Orange Mound is in the heart of Memphis, it being the first Black run community. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but I feel like that's why I've always been so hopeful about Orange Mound. You know, we'll be growing up there, and I'm just like, man, it's got to be a reason that we're in the heart of Memphis. Our ancestors did that for a reason. They did that for a reason. I don't know. I think it's by God's design.
The whole city of Memphis is beautiful.
I do.
And
I
what
believe that as
is
well.
so amazing to me is all of these Black communities with these separate names. But at the end of the day, they all have been deprived equally. That's
true. That's true. Which is why you can find crime everywhere in certain areas. It's a little piece of everywhere in certain areas.
it's everywhere. And it's us that's in these beautiful communities. And we do our best to make them, we do our best to hold them up the best way we know how. We
So
are resilient people. We are resilient people.
we are.
They give us the crumbs and we still make it happen.
You know what? Let me ask you a question. The resources that were taken out of the communities.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's a chance that we can get better resources for the community?
Of course. 100%.
I'm advocating for that personally.
100%. And let me tell you how I know.
Yes.
With Memphis City Schools being given to Shelby County, that was $55 million. No one has asked that question, what happened to that money or where that money went or where is it being allocated?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Now, I'm going to make you think, put your thinking cap on. Mm-hmm. They just gave $55 million to who? Memphis Police Department, didn't they? Out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. The exact dollar amount. We got to get people that are not afraid of the status quo and said, no, that's not how we're going to do this. This is just not how we're going to allocate these funds. No. We need a strong city council that will go through every inch of the CIP budget with a fine-tooth comb.
I know with me going to some of the council meetings throughout the years, one reoccurring thing is transparency with MPD. You know, and I agree there needs to be a little more transparency in what they're doing, because I've been reading more about fatalities pertaining to the police department, and it's scary. Tyree Nichols was not the only one.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't. He was just the one that
and
made
he has not been the only one either.
Yeah.
After him, they are still repeating the same. It's a culture. And this is what we're missing. This is the big A word that we're missing on every level. No accountability.
Yeah.
On every level. No accountability. It's like the Wild Wild West. Everybody just do what you want to do. You do what you want to do. You do what you want to do. You do what you want to do. Oh, you do what you want to do.
Yeah, and it's putting people at risk. It's putting people
at risk.
It
has put people at risk. Not it's putting, it has.
Yeah. Right.
That's why we have the DOJ here now investigating the behavior and the culture of Memphis Police Department.
If I recall correctly, you spoke one time about your grandfather. Am I right?
Yep. In a city council meeting.
Yes, I remember. Now, would you like to, or do you feel comfortable with speaking on your grandfather?
The only thing that I do know is this. that they dismantled it.
That's beautiful.
They dismantled it. When I brought it up, they dismantled it.
What do you mean?
Club was dismantled.
Gotcha.
It was dismantled.
I think there are other ways. There are 1,000 ways to skin a cat. I do believe that. And with so many different minds and people just wanting to see things a little bit more progressive, and more for the people of the city, right? There is a lot of business that have come to the city. Do you feel as though the city is adapting to how leadership is trying to change things here? We see a lot of growth and development everywhere.
We see growth and development downtown.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
We see growth and development where growth and development is putting our poor people out of their homes because they're gentrifying the communities. They're bringing in investors and they're stealing and taking the communities.
But how do we get the people there eligible to even purchase a home?
How do you get them there? They don't even want to pay a minimum wage. We don't even have decent transportation for people to even try to get. They're about to get Blue Oval and Ford. Where you think these people? How are you going to get them back and forth from those jobs? All these jobs that are supposed to be coming. How are you going to get the people back and forth?
That's true. That is a good question. That is a good question. Do you know specifically that where they're building or where they're coming to Memphis? Do you
know specifically right now? No, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't think that information was out. Yeah.
No, but we know that it's coming because they're putting it out there. They're sprinkling it.
Yeah.
People appetites ready, but they don't have a plan.
Right. There are a lot of people outside of the city that have been investing in the city as of lately. And it's good to see things moving forward. I think a lot of people's concern is just how are they going to move forward? Like, are they going to move forward changing or evolving? Let's use that word, evolving, right? Or are they going to keep things the same? But in order to keep things the same, I do believe that we definitely have to reallocate the budget. It has to start there. We need to focus our attention
things
somewhere
will not
else.
be the same. This is a historical moment here in Memphis. And I can guarantee you this will not be kept the same. The people are sick and tired of being sick and tired. Fannie Lou Hamer.
Yeah. There definitely needs to be some change for sure.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Transportation is one of those things that is very important for the city to thrive, right? You brought up a very important point. Like, people have to get back and forth. People have to make it there on time, and the people that are going to work for you are the people that know that you have their back.
That's right.
If you cannot get them to work, and they're struggling, then they cannot show up for you. You know what I mean? They cannot show up for leadership because you're not there. You're not helping. You're not providing. You're not giving resources to people that need it.
The transit system here, MATA, needs to be just the leadership. I'm telling you, what you can determine where things are going by the leadership. Okay? If the leadership has no vision, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
These are facts that I've done through research. You got 38 buses and you got 20 drivers every day. And you got 38 buses and you got 20 drivers. So what are the rest of the buses?
Yeah. They should
They're
have
broke down.
more.
They're broke down.
Wow.
Did you know that matter sits on a toxin, a pollution, whether it is that was a toxic site? Did you know that? Were you aware of that?
Wait, matters.
It was a toxic dump site. Did you know that?
Oh. Now it's been pollution problems in the city, but I wasn't aware of that one.
Yeah.
That's not good. Especially for the workers that work there. You know. I wondered if they knew when they built it.
Yeah, they know. Let me tell you something. Oh, they know. Believe me, they knew.
I definitely agree with you that it's time for change.
And we're ready. Not time, but we're ready. We hungry. Our appetite.
Yeah, I definitely
and it's gonna show in them polls.
It is. It is. I definitely think it's time that Memphis do an overhaul of everything. And you know how people say you invest in the things that you want, you invest in the things that you need, you invest in yourself. I definitely think that it's time for Memphis to invest in ourselves, right now, because we will be able to flourish more in the future. And that's going to require change, right? Is going to require change. I think we can bootstrap for a little while and just make sure we get the money to the right people, the right organizations, the right areas, especially areas that we've neglected before. Let's get it together, for once. Let's work together on this thing. And
it's gonna take a lot of work. It's gonna take a lot of work. And it's not gonna happen overnight. We gotta remember this. It's gonna take a lot of work and it's not going to happen overnight. But what can happen is us working towards getting better.
You're right.
And that I don't have a magic wand for this position that I'm running for. You hear me? You hear me good. I don't have a magic wand. And we already know that the wheel has been invented. But I can tell you this. Put me on the wheel and you're going to know I showed up. Did you hear what I said?
All right, now, come on through. Come on.
You're going to know that I'm on the wheel and it's spinning. Did you hear what I say?
I hear you. I hear you talking. Okay. That's one thing about you. You will always know when she showed up. You look here. You gonna always know when Yolanda's there. I love it, honey. You make a statement everywhere you go. It's just your presence and your aura. For sure. Is it anything? Wait, hold on. Let me back up for a second. Okay. You play sports.
Yes.
I know you play tennis. I know that. Girl, and you said how long you been playing tennis again? 15 years, something like that?
15, 16 years.
I've always wanted to learn how to play tennis.
It's an amazing sport. It's a lifetime sport. You can you could play it. My oldest partner I had was 86, 87 years old.
Shut the front door.
Yes.
You know what? I got myself humbled a long time ago when I used to play volleyball. I'm fresh out of high school. I'm like, shoot, I got this. And then I started playing against like older players. Yeah. You think you got it.
You think you got it. You think you got it.
And the older you get, the more you play, you get more skills. So they doing all these little tricks and stuff. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Ain't finna make a fool out of me.
Yeah. You coming up there thinking because you young and you got this, baby. We got skills. We got placement. We got skills. We can put it where you can't get it.
I know that's right. And I love it. I love it. I
Yes.
love it. I love it to see our elders get spunky at times. I love to see it. I love to see it. Okay. Speaking of the elders, actually, there is a question I want to ask you.
Yes.
Right? Is there a way that we can, I don't know. I know this might sound crazy, right? But our elders, I feel, have been neglected in some areas. When we go on this campaign, when we talk about different campaigns with different politicians or future politicians, very seldom do we ever mention the elders and what we can do for them. And you've worked in health care, correct?
Yes.
Can you tell
Yes.
me a little bit about what you did? Have you ever worked with any of our elders?
Always. Serenity is one of the
Mm-hmm.
places that we know that have been in the news for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
And the neglect that place, the Serenity Towers, have been neglected, so just overlooked. And those are our seniors.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had a lot of patients over there.
Yeah.
I was back in a couple years ago, they had the same problems that they're having now, heating and water. It was just ridiculous. But the thing is, we allow these investors to come and buy these old places and get rich off of our seniors who are on a fixed income, but they live in garbage.
Yeah.
And that starts with leadership. That goes with your leadership again. They know exactly what they're doing.
Mm.
And so our seniors are so important to us. They should be enjoying the fruit of their labor, not worrying about staying cool, drinking water, afraid to go to the store, afraid to come out of their houses.
Right.
That is so unacceptable right now.
That is true. And a
But
lot of
we're
them don't
going,
drive.
yeah, it's all back to leadership and
It
how
is.
we have allowed them and those that have been in these different positions. We could have totally did something different.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't, and they didn't. And we didn't hold them accountable.
No. We didn't.
We didn't hold them accountable enough. We didn't. But guess what? I am prepared. I'm willing. I'm ready to carry the torch and to provide a bold and progressive and responsible and innovative leadership that the super district needs and deserve for these unusual times in which we are living. Okay?
Let me ask you a random question.
All right.
Because everybody has the person that they look up to, right?
Yes.
Give me 2 or 3 Black leaders that you have looked up to from history. Like from history, give me 2 or 3 Black leaders.
First of all, I love me some Ida B. Wells, honey.
Do you?
Ida B. Wells. Secondly, that Harriet Tubman, don't play. I could see me being her back in that day with that gun. You better
You'll be
come
ready to
on
go.
You don't come on across this water, I tell you ain't going back.
I know this right. I know this right. Okay. Now,
And I love
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Bob Marley. Bob Marley was a revolutionary.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Marley.
Why Bob Marley? Now I know of Bob Marley, but I've never really listened to his music or gotten into him.
You got
I've heard
to.
some of his music. I like it, but I
He's a
never.
revolutionary.
You think
Revolutionary.
so?
Baby, not think so. Go look at the man history. Go look at the man, what the man did for over there in Jamaica where he was. He was a revolutionary.
Okay, I'm going to definitely go look him up.
Yeah, you got to look him up. You got to listen to his music. His music is so deep. You got to understand where he's coming from. It's deep.
Listen to him.
It's deep rooted.
Yeah.
And see, what's so amazing is this. that my white brothers and sisters love them. And we have been deprived of knowing who he really was. Go look at his videos on YouTube and see who's in his crowd.
I will do so. I will do
Go listen
so.
to his words. I want you to go listen to the song called One Love.
That's the one song. Yeah. I like One Love.
Go No Religion. Go listen to it.
I have not heard that one.
I know it. Buffalo Soldier. Go listen to it.
May have heard that one. Yeah.
Listen to it. Understand. Listen to it. It gets down into the marrow of your bone.
I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna definitely check that out. I'm gonna tell you why I asked you about your music, right? So I was on your TikTok, and I was like, and I saw you had rap music on there. You had Tupac on there. You had him on there twice, and you know Tupac was my husband in my head, right? So
I got you.
I said, "Oh my goodness,
yeah, love me some Tupac.
You do.
Brilliant.
I love Tupac too. He was.
Everything about Tupac I love because he was before his time, and they knew it. He was before his time. He was raised by revolutionaries. He was raised by fighters. He was raised by the Black Panther, his mother. She knew the struggle, and he's seen the struggle.
Yes.
Tupac was before his time. He was an absolute genius, and they knew it.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, you've been on my TikTok. Yeah, I like Tupac. Don't play.
I love Tupac. That's my husband in my head.
Okay.
I love Tupac. I bought his poetry book, everything. And I'll tell you what, I used to listen to him so much growing up, right?
Yes.
But
I love a genre of music. If you listen to my TikTok, you can see me going. I go everywhere. I'm everywhere.
You do.
I go everywhere.
You do. Now, speaking of religion, because you just mentioned Bob Marley's was it No Religion or One Religion?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is it, baby? I'm sorry. It was Ziggy. That's his son. Ziggy sings that. I'm sorry. Ziggy. Love is my religion. That's Ziggy, his son. Love is my religion.
Is Ziggy. Is that your husband? Tell him I said hey.
No, they say hi.
With his funny self.
He said, you are so hilarious. Yes. Yes.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Speaking of religion, right? Okay. One thing I know, like I said, you are a people person. You're a very personable person, right? You reach the people face to face. And you campaign, you do, but also you go into different churches, and you speak to people.
Yeah.
Not only do you speak to people about who you are as a person, you speak to people about your faith and how you feel and what drives you and what's in your heart. And to me, you don't see a lot of people speaking about religion anymore. You don't. And you don't see a lot of political figures speaking about religion. But you are not afraid to do that.
Nope.
You're not.
No.
You're not.
I'm not. No.
And when I tell you that, for me was so positive, and it was so bold and it was daring. Because nowadays we try to be so politically correct. You said, no, this is who I am.
This is who I am.
I am God's child. And you speak on it. And you speak on it with conviction from your heart, and nobody can tear you away from that.
Nope. I make no apologies for who I am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Your morals are very important to me. Right?
Thank you.
I'm not only concerned about, I'm not even gonna say concerned, but because of your morals, I understand that if you got into office, you're gonna do what you say you're gonna do and you're gonna stand on it. Because you live
100.
loud and boldly. And I love it.
100.
I love it.
100. And what's so, every form mostly is done in the church. And they put us on, I want you to listen to listen to where I'm going with this, LA. And they put them on the platform where it's a sacred place, should be, and they lie.
Everybody's not a prophet.
And then Sunday you come back and have church and bring the word forth. It's sacred.
It is.
That's a sacred place. It should be anyway.
I'm so sorry. It is a sacred place. It is. It is. And that you understand that and you draw those boundaries like, hey,
I draw them.
When I'm here, I'm here for the people. When I'm volunteering, I'm here for the people. When I'm meeting you face to face, when I'm at this event or protest, or if I'm at this, you went to Nashville more recently.
I went to Nashville Monday. I did. Went to Nashville Monday.
You did?
Yes.
How was the grand session?
It was something that I will never forget. It was an experience that I will hold dear to my heart, that I will share with those, because it's a different experience when you're in it. It's a different experience.
I should have gone.
Oh my God. To stand in that Capitol, to march from that church to that Capitol, to be with every diversity of people.
Yeah.
We were unified. Did you hear me? There was no division. We were together. We were on one sheet of music. We all sound alike.
Yes. It is so powerful, isn't it?
It's so powerful.
Oh my goodness. It is such a powerful moment to be. Oof.
It is something I will never ever forget. There's a mood. There's an energy in the Capitol that you have to be in there to experience it. Our ancestors
they're calling out for us.
Do you hear me?
They're calling out for us. And you can tell in just how everything is going on right now. It's okay. It's so much.
Yeah.
So saturated with BS, seems like, I think our ancestors are definitely calling out for us right now.
They are.
And this is the time to fight.
And this is the time, for the first time in a long, 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 long time, we have the bullhorn, and we better use it right and at our advantage. You hear me?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
This is not the time to play with it.
Now, let me ask you, we have about 4 minutes left. Okay. I'm going to ask you real quick about a topic. Are you involved in the arts community?
Am I involved in the art?
The performing arts community? Yes. Are you involved in the performing arts community, or do you kind of dabble, go to some of the shows or events? Are you familiar?
Yes, I was able to support. Oh my God. It's this Black lady that's over here in Whitehaven that has ballet, performing arts. And these students just are brilliant. And I was told to go experience that. And it was something that I will never ever forget. Just absolutely beautiful, breathtaking.
Yeah.
To see our babies, to see them in a different light, doing that, dancing and moving and expressing themselves. And it was just beautiful.
Do you think that there is more money in the budget that could be allocated for arts? It's a very therapeutic for the people. It's a beautiful
Let me tell
thing.
you something.
We are art.
Yes, it is. And Memphis got enough money that it could be allocated anywhere we want it to be allocated.
That's what I'm
Do you
talking about.
understand me?
Because the arts community is thriving through
It's
music,
thriving.
and now we're taking film, and I think we can definitely hit the pedal to the metal and take it there. I believe we
And
can.
take it to another level.
But we have
Yes.
to invest. It's the leadership in the
And the
city.
money is there.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we got about a minute and 30 seconds. Tell me 3 reasons why the people should vote for you. Can you give me 3 reasons?
I can give you 3 reasons why the people should vote for me.
Let's
Because
do
I'm
it.
for the people. I'm for the people. I'm about the people. And I will do what it takes to take us to the next level in
Yes.
2023.
Yes.
I'm not part of the status quo.
Right.
I'll go where they won't go. I'll say what they won't say, and I'll do what they're afraid to do.
I know that's right. And I know you bold enough to do it, right?
You know that. You've seen me in action.
I have. I have always met you in action.
I've always been causing good trouble. Remember?
Yes, good trouble. Yes, good trouble.
Good trouble.
I have
good
to.
Trouble.
Yes, man. We got to make sure we clarify that one.
Let's clarify. Good trouble.
Okay, then. Well, it was so good talking to you. Thank you for taking time out to speak with me.
Yes.
And following through on your promises. I appreciate it.
Of course. Of course.
I appreciate it. And just make sure you keep me in the loop on what's going on, because you know I love to support you. Like I said, we met in the trenches, okay?
We met in the trenches. That's where we met.
You know I got your back, girl. Let's do this.
Yes.
I'm proud of you.
And I appreciate it. Thank you.
So proud.
Thank
you so much for
We
speaking
are going
with
to
me.
do this together, okay? We got this.
I'll see you later, girl.
All right, you too. Good night, love.
Bye.